First of all, this is an introduction to our workshop. The points I want to make in this intro are systematic approach of gathering data, the importance of an actionable profile, the translation of data into narratives, and how it is all helpful in our work as marketeers. So, with that said, have you heard about the founder's killer? The founder's killer. This individual was methodical, targeting victims with same looks, same age, and same geographic location. Much like a client looking for a product. We as criminal and commercial profilers start our journey with research. On December 2nd, 2008, the newspaper announced the 6th murder victim in 7 months in the Silicon Valley area. All victims were 25 to 35 years old males, startup founders who just got funded and lived in the same area, Mountain View, California. But the most interesting fact was the origami pig. The killer left a unique animal-shaped origami next to the victims, and every newspaper had a different theory about the meaning of it. Such a unique behavior and yet different motives could lead to the same act. The first responder in the scene was a police officer. He confirmed the victim's identity as 26 years old Aidan Berkeley. Nobody had anything strange that night, and there are 2 glasses of whiskey on the table. The scene was clean and organized, and the officer didn't see any signs of forced entry. Our vision of this event just became 2-dimensional. Same as looking at a basic website analytics report. We understand now the overview of the event, but far from understanding why and by whom. The most fundamental quote in criminal profiling is the low cards exchange principle. Every contact leaves a trace. Now, this is equally relevant in marketing strategy. If a user enters your website, their behavior in that space will leave traces. This principle marks the beginning of forensic analysis and signals our need as marketeers for advanced analytics. What if we could know how a person behaved in our crime scene? Knowing how they entered the house, for example, our killer entered through the door but left through the window, leaving the front door locked. What if we could know which rooms he visited and for how long? You must agree that the difference between a 5-minute act and an all-night encounter tell us different things about the murderer's mental state. Thanks to forensics, we know the killer had gloves and that he created the origami pig at the scene, after the killing. The house was searched, but no jewelry was taken. Advanced event tracking at your analytics, session recording, and hot maps are operated as the forensic team of your website. They are here to shed light on the user's personality. Now, we as profilers need to create a story out of this data. A narrative is a chain of events, a cast of characters, and a plot that involves a conflict. Who are the characters and why does the killer keep on killing? Define your user personas by their why, their motivations, and your messaging will be 10 times better than relying just on basic Google Analytics info such as age, gender, race, country, business size, etc. The profiler can use logic, observation, and research. No forced entry, the victim might have let the killer enter. 2 glasses of whiskey suggest a social gathering or willingness to entertain the killer at the very least. Handling a 26-year-old man requires strength, sophistication, or the element of surprise. A clean and organized scene, living through the window with the front door locked, shows a high level of planning and perhaps experience. And the origami signature might suggest the killer is highly intelligent, but deeply narcissistic. And creating it at the scene suggests delusional or obsessive-compulsive behavior. The timing of the killing and the point of entrance suggest access to info, opening the possibility that the killer knew the victims personally. Now, can you see the parallel? In both profiling and marketing, gathering data and insights empowers our strategy. Understanding our audience's profile allows us to build more targeted and effective campaigns. Now, we want to create an ambush. We want to make him pick our victim next. We want him to enter our site. So, who killed Aidan Berkeley? Out of dozens of potential suspects, in marketing context, it would be different segments, industries, positions in the company, etc. The profile created led us to 3 suspects, each with a different motive and different meaning to the symbolic origami pig. Suspect number 1, Alex Merker, the rival entrepreneur, a competitive startup founder in his early 40s, known for his envy of Aidan's success. His motive is jealousy. Alex is suspected of targeting similar startup founders as well. The origami pig represents his view of the victims as corrupt individuals, unworthy of their success. Suspect number 2, Jamie Collins, the ex-business partner. In her mid-30s, co-founded a startup with Aidan but had a falling out. She seeks revenge. Jamie's pattern involves targeting entrepreneurs who resemble Aidan. Now, the origami pig represents a piggy bank, symbolizing lost dreams. And suspect number 3, Taylor Morgan, the obsessed fan. Early 20s, known for instability and obsession with entrepreneurs, his motive, an obsession turned dangerous. And the origami pig is just a private jokes between Taylor and the victims. So, what do you think? Who killed Aidan Berkeley? Who is our user? Well, you are right. While in criminal profiling, we are only looking for one suspect. In digital marketing, we can choose all 3. We can go live with 3 separate campaigns and check our theories. Each persona will have their own messaging and journey. In our next workshop, we will dive into the FBI serial killer typology, using it as a tool to define our brand and audience. This is not another marketing studies. It is another way to look at things. I encourage you to stay tuned.